Hey guys, thanks for coming back to On The Go Crypto. We're going to talk about XRP today, and we're going to talk about something that I think a lot of people are overlooking or at least underestimating as far as the impact it's going to have on XRP, it's going to have on the space, but most importantly, the TVL and volume on the XRP ledger itself. We're going to get started with this, guys. I want to thank you guys for coming back to another video. Please do give the video a like, guys. You know that's all I ever need from you fine ladies and gentlemen. You guys help me build this channel. You know I appreciate you, and you know that I appreciate those likes, guys. They make a massive difference. And let's get started. So it's been a while since we covered XRP. It's going to change. Obviously, the market's kicking off, guys. There's a lot of news with XRP. I just want to focus on this. So I've got it on the daily. And if you look, it's obviously the people's coin, right? Everybody loves XRP. So this is up today, which is Saturday. No surprise. Everything is up, right? But if you look at the 7-day for XRP and look how it's really come out of these dipped lows really strong, it's been hard to short this over the last week. You know, there's been people that have gotten lucky and got some quick scalps in here, some larger stuff in the bottom chops, but this thing has had a lot of buy pressure coming into it in the past week during these dips. And if you really look at this yearly, this top range that we're in now, I'm going to pull it up on the all-time, that is where the dot here and the cursor are at the very end of this chart, right? That's really what you're looking at, is this right here since the November pump. That support, that's people waiting, right? That's a lot of the diamond-handed XRP holders, but it's also a bunch of newbies, a bunch of normies, the people that you bump into on the street, right? A guy that you work with that's never heard of crypto before in his life. That guy bought some XRP. The guy that you get your dry cleaning from, the people that, work in the restaurant that you go to, the person that, maybe owns the building that you live in or something. A lot of these normies are getting into XRP now because of the news about the SEC case settling. Obviously, this is, not new news, but something that is new is the deal with Hidden Road. They acquired Hidden Road, which is massive. Okay, that's a huge deal. And I know that it's been covered and it's a couple of days ago, but one thing that people are overlooking is what exactly the depth of connection and the depth of intertwining that Hidden Road already has in the TradFi space. This is something I wanted to focus on. This is a tweet from Brad Garlinghouse back on the day of the deal. This wording is very specific, and this should stand out to a lot of XRP holders. With this deal and the backing of Ripple's significant balance sheet, Hidden Road will exponentially expand its capacity to service its pipeline and become the largest non-bank prime broker globally. That is massive, okay? You don't have to be a TradFi specialist or veteran to understand what that means. If you don't, please look it up. I'm trying to keep these videos short from you guys. This is huge, okay? And that amount of money that they're tapped into and the amount of business is huge. This is what I want to, that's the perfect segue into this right here. Hidden Road will in turn migrate its post-trade activity across the XRP ledger to streamline operations and lower costs, demonstrating XRP ledger's potential as the go-to blockchain for institutional decentralized finance. Ripple also sees the potential to optimize costs and liquidity in its cross-border payment solution, Ripple Payments, and provide critical custody services to Hidden Road's customers who need bank-grade digital asset custody. This is massive. This is going to be a huge deal, guys. This really is a massive volume tipping point. All of this volume that we see here, all this resiliency in the last part of this last year, all that volume, that is not that 50 billion plus in 24-hour trading volume. That's not industrial. That's retail normies that think this thing is going to put them on the moon because they bought, a tiny bag of it. Wait until the actual Hidden Road volume starts to hit the ledger. That is massive. Let me know if you disagree. I would love to hear the other side of this argument. I just don't see how something that has this kind of volume, it's huge, the amount of volume added to the ledger that this is going to be. It's not a situation where we're talking about, adding another sector of retail normies. This is massive. This is the massive play. Not only was it the biggest deal in digital asset history, they already have tapped into an existing pipeline of volume. You guys know, if you've been at the channel for a while, I'm not an XRP maxi. I'm not a hater, and I'm not a maxi. I'm a realist. And when this kind of volume is knocking on the door, you have to think to yourself, at some point, this is going to literally bounce, snap like a rubber band, take off like a rocket. Let me know what you guys think. By now, you know we got a private group, guys. Trying to keep the videos short here and keep them quick, digestible. Let me know what you guys think. Come see us in the private group. If you keep it on the channel, guys, you know I appreciate your time and attention regardless, even if you don't sub to the channel. I appreciate you being here, even if you don't like my stuff. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Above all else, remember to stay calm and make that money. And I'll see you guys again. Thanks.